Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. So today we'll be analyzing Nzdcad, and for those who haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can do so that we can be able to grow, guys. So as you all know that whenever we start analysis, we have to start from the daily time frame. So the reason for this is that we'll be able to spot the overall direction of the market rather than scalping. Okay, so even for those who scalp, you can do it, but it is recommended that you scalp with a smaller time frame. So here we need to get the overall direction of the market. So before I can connect my trend line, we need to identify our most recent touches. Okay, this is the first one, the second one, and the third one. So meaning at this point we have got a trend line, first touch, second touch, third touch. Okay, so meaning also this area, yeah. So our trend lines will be structured like that. Okay, so then let me have this removed here and have my clean chart. So we all know that whenever we analyze our market, guys, we need to connect at least two important touches. Then we know that the third one is the one that's going to decide the direction of the market in most cases. Okay, so here we've got our first touch, second touch, third touch, then the market sold. Okay, as you can see here, I'm about to highlight. Okay, so the market was going up, then it came here to the third touch, then that's when the market sold. Okay, so that's the 90% rule of it, guys. So now let me have this removed again. Let me have this removed. Then now we are diving below. Okay, great. We've got our first touch, second touch, third touch. Then the market did what? The market bought. Okay, so then now let me focus more on the current price, on the current market. So it's up to you how to call it. Okay, so here we've got our first touch, second touch, third touch, then the market sold. Just like that. It's very easy, guys. As long as you practice price action, then you'll understand what's going on. Okay. So now that I have identified those important touches, now let me have my highs and lows. Okay. So here's the high. Okay. Then I can have my low here. I can have it here. So since I always prefer a cleaner chart, then that means I'll put it somewhere here. Okay. So now we'll be diving to the 4-hour time frame and see what is it that we can do. So what I've realized from this is that there's nothing much changed on it. So let me try to connect this point. Okay, let me try to connect this point. But I'm pretty sure that on the 1-hour time frame, that's when we'll be able to spot our most valuable areas. Okay, let me just go to the 1-hour time frame first. Okay, just jump to it. Okay, so now we can see that the market has been failing to break this area, guys. As you can see, just like here, the market has been failing to break this area. So we're gonna have something like this. Okay, then here again we're gonna have something like this. Okay, then here we're gonna have something like this. So here, guys, I'm identifying the patterns within patterns or structure within structure. Okay, and here we're gonna have something like this again. Let me label it. Yes. Okay, so overall we have got something like this on this area. Okay, and then we're also going to have something like this here. Remember, guys, the most important thing is to know the market structure. Once you know the market structure, these things are going to be easy for you. Okay, then let's check here again. We've got something like this. Got something like this. Remember, the market moves in two direction: impulse correction throughout. As you can see here, we had our we had our correction. Then here, that's when the market decided to shoot up in an impulse move. Then here we've got our correction, then impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse, just like that, guys. The market moves in two direction. Okay, so here I think we're gonna have something like this. Okay, so now I'm identifying every structure. Okay, not quite important if you want to trade the current market, it's okay, but I'm doing this for educational purposes. Okay, so now we have got something like this again. Great. So now I think I have identified those important areas. Now let's dive into the 15 minutes time frame, guys. So remember, we use this time frame to get our entries. Okay, so I use 15 minutes and 5 minutes to enter the market. So I don't know which one is comfortable for you guys, but as for me, I would advise everybody to use the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, it's good with entries. It's good with entries. Okay, now we have something like this. Now we have something like this. Okay, okay, so now the chart looks more cleaner than it was previously. Okay, so now we're gonna have something like this again. So what is it that we can learn from this? The market broke this area. Okay, the market broke this area. It was supposed to turn here, then start to buy, but the market broke this area. So what is it that we can expect? So the market has to at least break this area for it to go down. But if it fails to break this area, then we expect the market to start buying, guys. Okay, so according to my analysis and according to what I am seeing, the market is probably going to reach this point, guys. Okay, the market is going to reach this point. So here we're gonna have our entry. Okay, gonna have our entry here. Okay, this is where we are having our entry. So mind you guys, if the market fails to break this area, if the market fails to break this area, then that's when we can have our buys, guys. Okay, we can have our buys up until this area. The reason why I'm saying up until this area is because the market has been respecting this trend line here. The market never broke this trend line here. You understand? The market never broke this trend line here. So it is much anticipated that if the market fails to break that line, then the market is going to come to this point, guys. Okay. So now let me have this thing more clear so that you can check it on a bigger time frame. Okay, and just save it here. Right, so now let's check the 4 hour time frame and see our overall structure. Okay, so everything is needed, it is, guys. So we're having something like this on Nzdcad. So I expect the market to push up until this point. Unless the market fails to break this line, then that's when we can have our comfortable buys up until this area, guys. So that's my anticipation on Nzdcad.